This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Ryan Cox was sworn in as Soap Lake's new police chief during Wednesday's city council meeting. Police are trying to find 3 dogs they say attacked a first grader in Mount Vernon. An Idaho man is in critical condition after he was reportedly run over by a driver he had just helped.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
Ryan Cox was sworn in as Soap Lake's new police chief during Wednesday's city council meeting. The city council unanimously accepted Mayor Raymond Gravel's recommendation to appoint Cox as chief. Cox was sworn in Wednesday night, joined by his fellow officers and his son Lucas, who did the honors of pinning Cox's chief badge. Cox has served as interim chief since August, when former chief Glenn Quantz retired, citing ongoing medical and personal issues as reasons for leaving the position. Cox previously served as sergeant for the department and began his law enforcement career in 2006, working in state, city, and tribal departments. Since being appointed interim chief, Cox has started town hall meetings for residents to voice concerns and ask questions, and began the Shop with a Cop program, held for the first time in December. Cox is the 3rd police chief in Soap Lake since 2012. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
It was just really shocking. I mean, you hear these things, but actually being part of it.
Carlos Chavez is grateful for the miracle that he believes saved his young son's life.
Instead of actually accepting prayers and thoughts and knowing that my son's good and healthy, I could be groveling and maybe preparing a funeral.
That's because on Thursday, little Riley Gerber was attacked by 3 pit bulls inside his babysitter's Mount Vernon home.
It was 3 against 1, and he's only 7. And they were about an inch away from taking his life.
Riley has more than 70 stitches in his face and will spend another night in a hospital bed at Seattle Children's.
It's just kind of shocking how the main gouges were just that far away from severing an artery or worse.
Mount Vernon police say they are investigating, but so far have been unable to locate the 3 dogs. Carlos says his family is fond of pit bulls, but he wants to make sure the dogs that hurt his son don't hurt another innocent person.
My main concern is just going to push forward and try and get these dogs off the street.
I'm Kara Kostanich, Como News.
He stopped, he got out. My husband was screaming in pain.
Jonica Felty has been by her husband's side in the St. Alphonsus ICU since late Sunday night.
He can't speak. He has tubes down his throat right now.
The couple was helping a man identified as Roger Fall, who was stuck in a snowbank near their home by Lake Lowell. Jonica's husband, Ben, was taking off the tow strap on the front of Fall's car when she says the man got back behind the wheel and hit the gas, running over her husband's upper body.
Do you think there's any way he possibly could have not known what happened, or was it very clear what had just happened in the moment?
He knew. His truck went up.
That's when Jonica says the man got back out of his car as she was screaming in disbelief.
He ran over my husband, and I started screaming for help. And I said, call 911, and as soon as I said that, he jumped back in his truck.
The horrific accident happened directly in front of Fall's home, and Jonica saw him go inside. When law enforcement arrived, Fall repeatedly didn't answer the door, forcing officers to file for a search warrant, which meant several hours before they could enter the home and arrest Fall for leaving the scene of an injury accident. But Jonica has a message for the man.
We want to let him know we forgive him.
She says if Ben could talk, he'd say the same. She describes it as a freak accident and says it won't stop them from helping strangers in the future.
We can't have hate against anybody. That's not life. Life is to enjoy and try to help people out.
A little bit of everything this week. From the iFIBER 1 Weather Center, I'm Jeff Slikey taking a look at the basin's forecast. Partly cloudy and 17 for your Monday. The low at 12, moving into Tuesday with ice pellets likely and a high of 27. Chance of rain for Wednesday, high near 40. 40 degrees on Thursday with partly cloudy skies. More rain for Friday and snow showers could come back on Saturday, mostly cloudy on Sunday. For iFIBER 1, I'm Jeff Slakey.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.